Hey guys, welcome back. It is Jafmasterflash. How are you all doing today? Welcome back to WOR. This is Austria, wet Austria. It does dry out in the race, but unfortunately qualifying is short qualifying and it was full wet. I'd gone out, set the bank a lap, and then I'm back out setting another lap. You only get 2 sets of wet tyres. Obviously, one gets kept for the race. I knew that it was going to be inter conditions in the race. So, yeah, I decided to use the 2 sets of wet now as I wasn't going to do it. Going into the race, though, I did not know that it was going to dry up halfway through. I only could see the first 15 minutes of the race, or according to Jeff, that is. And yeah, I decided to just go for it. Hopefully, see what it was like. If it got wet later on, I was just going to take the inters as far as I could take them, and then swap over to the full wets. But what I did, I didn't have a wet setup, to be honest, for Austria. But what I actually did was I modified my setup, my dry setup, which I've included at the end of this qualifying lap. So crossing the line for a 14.2, that was only enough to get me P2. So I put 6 laps of fuel in, changed the wings. I changed the wings to 7.8. Dropped the transmission to 72%. Kept the rear camber down low to 30. Brought the front toe down and brought the rear toe down. And I kept everything the same except for front ride height. I took that to 4. Took the rear ride height up to 7. And then I put the brake pressure up a little bit and kept everything else the same. But that is a decent enough wet setup, and you'll see. So 3 lights, 4, 5, and here we go. So it wasn't a bad setup. It wasn't great either. And as you can see, I get sandwiched by the McLaren, and he sandwiches me into the Red Bull. Lose a front wing. So that obviously set me off. And when I'm racing, I am a complete and a different person to when I'm not racing. And yes, I say things when I'm racing that I probably shouldn't. Probably could get me into trouble. But in the heat of the moment, in the heat of battle, it is what it is. And the fact that I've lost half of a front wing in the wet when these cars are super understeery anyway, it's just not on. Like, the excuse you get is I was in front, but you couldn't go any further because there was a car in front of you, yet you just cut straight across, push me straight into another car. You can see, rewind the start if you like, and you can see that my wheel did not move. My wheel kept straight, yet the McLaren comes across, pushes me into another Red Bull, and takes up my front wing. And that's not the first front wing I lose. So I'm already furious about that, because why? Like, if I can race clean, why can't other people? And yet, I make mistakes. People make mistakes. We are people, and people are prone to mistakes and make mistakes. Yeah. But when you've made a mistake and you can quite clearly see, plain as day, that you push another car into another car, causing those cars damage, just own up to it. Yeah, sorry, mate. Move on. Not give 101 excuses of why he did nothing wrong. And yeah, it's just infuriating. It really, really is. Spend all that time, week in, week out, practicing and trying to get faster, and then somebody goes and ruins your start. And that's what is frustrating the most. The hours that you put in, racing, gaming, playing to try and get yourself better, to try and do this and do that, and then it gets ruined straight from the start because somebody is just too eager to overtake, and because there's a car in front of them, they move to the right. And you know, anybody who's played this game long enough knows that there's proximity arrows, and if they're bright red, that means that car is alongside you, or you were not fully clear past that car. And yes, going into a corner, if the car was in front of me, to my left, I would have to concede. But I was in a straight line, going straight. I couldn't go anywhere. I had a Red Bull to the side of me. I had a McLaren to the... Do you know what I mean? And to push from one to another. And it's just annoying. Just really annoying. So, into lap 3, as you can see, I got a fresh front wing. I had put fresh inters on. Hopefully these inters are going to get me to the crossover. Hoping that rain will stop about lap 15, but Jeff is just telling me that it's 10 more minutes of rain, which isn't going to be great, because 10 more minutes of rain at a minute 14 a lap is about 14 minutes, and hopefully I can get to lap 15. But because if I can get a lap 15, that means I can get a medium set of tyres all the way to the end without no more further pit stops. But if it comes sooner, I'm going to have to be careful on my set of tyres, really careful, otherwise they're going to be dead towards the end. I was only ever going to make one stop. I was going to try and make the one stop work. It almost cost me the race, but yeah, all I'm doing now, apart from absolutely burning inside because I feel as if my race has been ruined, I'm down in P15. Like, I started P4, managed to qualify P4, and then you get that happen. So it's a matter of head down and go forward, and just keep on trying to do what it is you can do. I put the minimum amount of fuel in possible. I put in something like 15 laps, I think, because you can save a lot of fuel in the wet. And as you can see, my fuel is increasing rather than decreasing, which is going to be okay for when the dry spell comes. I'm going to have plenty of fuel at that point. But this, after I got my front wing fixed, it felt absolutely awesome. The inters felt really good. I got no complaints, and as you can see, I've already done one fastest lap, and I think I'm going to do back-to-back fastest laps, which was nice. The setup worked really well, considering it was just a mashup of a dry setup. Probably should have changed the front wing back down to 6 when I made my pit stop. Would have made me a little bit faster in the straights, but overall it served me well. It really did. You see, done another fastest lap, which is I needed to catch everybody up, because you can see how far the cars are in front of me. They're going into turn 6 right now, and I'm not even in turn 3 yet. But I know that the rain is going to subside. I know that I'm okay on the mediums. I just need to get that far. As right now, I'm just worried about finishing the race. The grip felt great, and because this is a mixed lobby, when I mean mixed lobby, it's mixed of assists. There are people on medium traction, there are people on full traction. I'm not. I run nothing, and when you run nothing compared to somebody that runs something, whether it's driver assist, stability control, ABS, especially traction control, and you collide 9 times out of 10, because of the collision model, the person that muscles the way through always 99.9% comes off the worst, and that's what happens a bit later. I get hit from behind at turn 3, then I get hit off the circuit at turn 4, and it cost me another front wing. But it just was one of those races where I just, I don't know, it just felt awful. It really did. It just felt bad. Like the setup, the car, everything was okay. It's just when you get taken out, or when you lose your front wing through no fault of your own on lap 1, it just kind of sets you up. And it's always, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody says. If it was my fault, well then it was my fault. You know, I'll die on my sword, and it is what it is. But when you get damage through no fault of your own, because I can't see how that could have been my fault. It's just so frustrating, and it kind of just ruins your entire race. And yes, you're supposed to race for fun, but you also want to race to win, and the fun should never be taken out of it. But when you get hit straight away, the fun kind of goes very quickly, or in my opinion, it does. But as you can see, all throughout that pit stop, that safety car, I was asking Jeff about the weather, because it doesn't look like it's raining at all now. It just looks like this is surface spray. I've set my mediums, set my pit stop to mediums, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's lap 11. I need to get a lap 15. I don't think this wet track is going to get itself to lap 15 though. I think I'm going to have to pit before that. And my trigger would have been, as soon as I see the stewards enable DRS, you kind of guaranteed, if the stewards enable DRS, that is the absolute crossover. And the further I'm going into this lap, the further and quicker I'm realizing that the circuit is drying out. And that's why I've got the tire indicator open, because you can quickly see when you are starting to lose traction, when your tires are starting to overheat, and when the tires overheat, that's when increased wear happens. But I'm worried now. I'm worried going into lap 12, because I don't want to pit too early. I remember a race with BRS. I switched too early and straight to the mediums, and got caught out and smashed my car up through lack of traction. But yeah, I don't know what happened to Mr. Speeds then. One moment he was in front of me, next moment he was behind me, which was a bit bizarre. Connection, I'm not too sure, but I can see the sun. I can see the sun trying to break through the clouds. As you can see, I've got a little bit of gap as I'm going to Jeff. Weather report, no rain expected for the time being. So that is 100%. The rain has stopped. So there is no longer rain. He tells me that we're at the crossover, and I just don't know what to do. Lap 12. If I can pit now, I know at lap 15 the mediums will go all the way to the end. Yes, the tires will be dead come the end, but I know they'll make it. So as long as I can get past lap 13, we're all good. Yes, tire wear will be a factor. As you can see, somebody diving into the pits. Not too sure what they dived in the pits for. I wasn't sure if they would go into switch. But now race control have enabled DRS. Jeff is telling me to box for the medium. That was never going to happen. But as you can see, I hit box this lap and get DRS. I'm looking, we both got DRS, and I'm realizing the gap is closing quick and he's coming across, so I'm stopped there, and then I get hit from behind. I get hit from behind. So that annoys me, first of all, because as you can see straight away, Jeff tells me that I've got to box, change the strategy, and then he sends it on me, sends me straight off track. I know for a fact that my wing is broken because of how much understeer I get through the remaining corners. I was boxing this lap anyway, and again, I don't mind a bit of argy-bargy. I don't mind being taken off. I don't mind being raced hard. Rubbing is racing, in my opinion. But when you force somebody off track, that is not racing. That is you gaining an advantage. And that is an unfair advantage. And then to have my wing taken off yet again. Yes, it's minimal contact. It is minimal contact. But I've seen races ended from minimal contact. To hit me once at turn 3, okay, you hit me once, but then take me off track at turn 4, that's not racing. That's just trying to gain an unfair advantage. And I can guarantee that if it was the shoe on the other foot, people would not be happy about it. Not at all. Because if that is the way that people want to race around me, I will race like that. That's fine. I can do that. And whilst I feel as if all I've done is rant this race, it's not a rant. It's, you know, like I said, it doesn't matter whether it's a game. Yes, it's a game. Yes, it's supposed to be fun. But when you spend hours of your time that you'll never get back practicing to try and get faster, become better, and then you have to put up with that, it's just not fun. It's just not fun, and yeah, it just really isn't. And whilst I'm still reeling from what happened to me on lap 1, because I'm where I qualified P4 and I'm back down in 15th, and I've got 20 laps, 20-ish laps to make, you know what I mean, no, I'm 20 laps indeed. I'm almost halfway through the race, and yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things, and I was also annoyed with myself that I should have changed down the front wing down to 6, but I felt that it gave me okay stability all the way through. But yeah, I think, try to win everything. I tried to win whenever I race. It's difficult for me than it would be for you. It's difficult for me than it would be for any person that has use of everything. But when you get unfairly taken out, it just, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But as you can see, the sun is out. It is absolutely beautiful. And fair play to Mr. Speeds to do a 106 on mediums. That was a really, really quick lap. Really quick lap. But through pit stops and I think spins, I'm back up into P11. And I don't think we get another safety car after this. I don't think we get a VSC either, as I'm going to get DRS on Jake and I move to the inside to take him and have a little wobble. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I moved across too quick to try and cut off, but the car, I almost lost the car, and I was, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what happened, as I cut across and almost lost the car, but I'm back behind Mr. Speeds, and I remembered what his internet was like earlier. As soon as we get to lap 18, I'll have a better view, better understanding of where and what position where I'll finish. But I'm going to keep racing flat out, or as flat out as I can until the end. Yes, I know my tyres are going to suffer, but needs must. And to start the race P4, end at P15, and then finish where I finished, I'll take that any day of the week. It's just an hard-fought race. And if I did say anything untoward to any of the competitors, all I can do is apologise. But in the heat of the moment, it's not great at all. And I will apologise if I said anything out of untoward, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, wherever you are in the world today, hope you're well, hope you're good. Hope you enjoy the rest of this race. It was a hard-fought race. It was a really hard-fought race, and I managed to do most of it on track and rely on penalties. My teammate is 7 seconds in front, and need to try and catch him up as much as I can. But wherever you are in the world, hope you are well. Take care, and remember, if you like what you see, hope that setup would be of use to you at Austria. And wherever you are, guys, peace. This guy and his Mackey's Wi-Fi is like really holding me up. Mate, I've overtaken him once. Yeah. There we go, I'm in front of him again.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Honestly, but I am absolutely fuming. Look how far the leader is out in front.
Keep this up. Okay, clear.
Look how far the leader is, man. I got no chance. Yeah, I know, but... Say again?
Caution, caution. The ahead is 3.0 seconds. There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
I think the leader is at Williams, mate.
Seconds. No open. Let's box this lap. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Mate, but it's not where I should have been. You know what I mean? Being hit twice, front end taken off twice. Good luck, dude.
Expect the grip levels to start falling away soon. Gap to car in front is 1.5 seconds. Gap ahead is 2.1 seconds. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. To teammate behind is 1.6 seconds. We've been awarded a time penalty.
Bollocks!
Against our finishing time at the end of the race.
So I picked up 3 seconds. Yeah, but the guy who's currently in P1 has only got 3, and
Our gap to the car in front is 1.9 seconds.
there's a lot of cars behind me on fresher rubber now as well.
Laps of fuel remaining. Green flag. of fuel remaining. There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now.